Hello and welcome to the Mal and Johnny Show. Well, I went to an event last week. It was for Team Wales, Commonwealth Games in Wales. It was in Newport, and a lady came up to me just before I started singing and said, "Whoa, look at you, losing more weight than ever." And Johnny, do you know what? What I wanted to say was thank you very much, but I'm just wearing black. Black's the colour to wear if you're a little bit worried about. But it's been Christmas, isn't it? It's been Christmas, and you've been on a cruise. I mean, do you struggle with your weight at all, Johnny? Have you ever struggled with it?
I don't struggle with it, but I do put a few pounds on here and there. Like I went off on the cruise, I came back 5 pounds heavier. But that's because I was doing nothing but eating and swimming and enjoying myself, and had a few more drinks than normal.
Yeah. So I mean, nice buffet breakfast, bit of something for lunch.
Yeah. Because they had everything on the buffet breakfast. You could have lovely Bircham muesli, followed by bacon and egg and some hash browns and some croissants and some jam and a cup of tea. I mean, it was all there.
Yeah.
And I tend to indulge my breakfast because I don't like eating lunch much. I don't know about you. I slow up if I eat lunch.
Oh, okay.
I like to have, in the daytime, I'm not hungry after breakfast, as long as I have a decent one.
Yeah.
So I find that I'm back down to my fighting weight again. I'm down to lemstone 9.
Oh, okay.
So I think I like to be around 11.7 if I can, but I don't usually get lower than that.
Yeah.
Because I'm 5'8", I suppose that's not bad.
Yeah. Before we leave your buffet breakfast, do you know when you go on tour? I just remember it. The first time you go on tour and you stay in a hotel, first morning, right? Cornflakes. I'll have 2 eggs, bit sausage, it comes in. Second morning, I'll have, I do the same again. By the third or fourth day, you think, I'll just have a banana. You still get fed up of having bacon and eggs every morning. So anyway, you paid for it. But the thing is, I mean, and Christmas as well. I mean, obviously, some people have problems with their weight, and we're not talking about that, and we wouldn't encourage anybody to lose weight too quickly. But things that people say can hurt. I remember apparently Cliff Richard doesn't do lunch. Was it breakfast?
But Cliff Richard, apparently, when he was young, was quite a plump little bloke.
Yeah.
And I think he heard somebody...
Ina Sharples on Coronation Street, it was. Ina Sharples.
She said, I like that little plump fella.
Chubby little Cliff Richard.
Yeah. And he went on a diet after
that.
But I remember a fellow called Tudor Javis. He was a singer and a dancer.
Right.
And I did a show with him in the West End in the Pigalle.
Ooh.
And he said that Cliff Richard, he said he doesn't like even to pick cases up in case he gets big muscles in his arms. He likes to be thin.
Thin, okay.
But to me, I think he's too thin. I don't know about you.
Yeah, and he's a good meal. Because we used to go to these. Well, obviously, I'm thinking back 50 years. My dad used to come with me sometimes as my chaperone, and we'd go into these studios, and obviously these guys, they used to smoke, and they probably drank, and they probably smoked, more than just cigarettes and stuff, and they were skinny, they had tight jeans and everything. My dad would go buy them all sandwiches or hamburgers to make sure they had a good meal.
Rock singers are usually skinny as hell.
Skinny as except for Fats Domino and a couple of yeah. But those are the blues. That's the blues, isn't it? That's the blues.
That's right. Yeah. Like people like the Rolling Stones. They're skinny.
Oh yeah.
Because they run about like nutters.
Yeah.
I don't know but I'm pretty active. I know you're active, but it's not just about exercise. I think you've got to. Have you heard about this? Intermittent fasting is called.
Oh, now then, that's what I wanted to come on to, Johnny. That's what I wanted to come on to. Yeah. Have you done it?
Because normally, I don't do it consciously, but I don't eat after 7 o'clock at night because I've got a hiatus hernia. And if I eat after 7, I get reflux, okay?
Oh, right, okay.
So I don't eat after 7 and I'm fine.
Yeah.
Okay? So then I don't eat my breakfast probably until 10 o'clock the next morning. So I've got all that hours, like 13, 14 hours without eating. So it's like fasting, but you don't know it because you're sleeping anyway.
Exactly. Now, then
it's a good way of doing it.
Because I've, so you've been walking around the village today, haven't you?
I do it every day.
Yeah, so you do that, and to lose those 5 pounds, you've just gone back to your normal routine.
My normal routine. I had breakfast this morning. I just had some cereal with banana on it.
Yeah.
And now I've had a cup of tea now while I was waiting for you, and I'll have a meal tonight. Probably like last night. What do we have? We had nice salmon fillet with some rice and some beans.
Yeah.
And then for what I have for my dessert, I like a dessert. We had strawberries. I had strawberries.
Nice. But the thing is, you're back to it then. You're back to your routine, aren't you?
Yeah, you're back to your routine.
Yeah. Because the thing is, intermittent fasting, they're talking about the Rishi Sunak. Did you hear that yesterday? He fasts.
Oh, he goes all day without eating anything.
Yeah.
Once a week, he doesn't eat at all.
Yeah.
For a day. Is it 24 hours or 36?
36 hours. 36 hours, apparently.
I mean, he's like a tanner rabbit, as it is. There's nothing of him.
Maybe he needs a good meal. Maybe that will sort things out. But yes, the thing, intermittent fasting. So, and there's lots of good reasons for it. Obviously, you mustn't, with all these things, don't go, jumping off a cliff. It's like, do it sensibly, speak to your doctor and all of that. But what I found was, in the past, when I've been a little bit weightier than I would like to be, I do all the running and do all the exercise, but it wasn't shifting the weight. It was like I was feeling fit. And then actually, it was during that period when I was doing Chris Needs' show, when Chris passed away.
Yeah.
Well, I was here every night. So I'd get here about 9:30, then I wouldn't leave till, I don't know, show finished at 1, then I'd work on writing songs till 4 o'clock. So then I wouldn't get up until midday. And then I'd have to finish eating at 8 o'clock so I could go. So I was doing it. And you know what? Yeah. Every month, every week as it passed, I'd see my weight was dropping. And it was like, it was sort of like magic.
Without eating. That's right.
That's magic. Right. So they say, 16-8 or maybe 2 days out of 5.
That's the 5-2 diet. Yeah, I've never tried that one. Well, I don't need to lose that much properly.
No.
I'm as I say, I'm quite happy with my weight. Yeah. I could lose a couple of pounds. I'd be down to 11.7.
Right.
But that's where I'm going to be. I was 10 stone 7 when I was 17 years old, so I haven't put much on. You know what I mean?
And the other thing they say about intermittent fasting, it's got some other benefit, because not that I'm completely obsessive when I do these type of things, but apparently what it does is, do you remember that film Around the World in 80 Days?
Yeah.
And Phineas Fogg has got to get, he's got the boat and they've run out of fuel. Have you seen that bit? And they, in the end, they have to cut up the boat and feed it into the and it uses all. Well, apparently it's a bit like that when you intermittently fast, because you're not taking in as many calories and all that stuff as normal. Your body has to get the energy and what it needs.
So it eats its own fat.
But the stuff it goes for first, it cleans out apparently some of the waste stuff. So you're actually purifying your body. I sound like I'm a guru.
But
purifying yourself.
People eat too much these days. I mean, if you think about my parents, after the war, I mean, they said you can only have 2 ounces of butter a week. I mean, and 2 eggs.
Yeah.
So they couldn't get the food anyway. But I tell you what, those people, they're still around. They're 90 years old, these people.
Yes, yeah.
Because they didn't starve, but they didn't have a lot of food.
No. And they say the rationing,
You know what I mean?
those rationing books actually had a very healthy diet, didn't it? It was a very healthy diet.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel sorry for people who can't lose weight, because it's a bit like was it my friend Emily, because she's got a problem with the weight. Mm-hmm. But like she said, it's once you get to a certain start, you get these fat cells, and you can't get rid of them unless you actually cut them out. And that's going into getting surgery. You don't want surgery. No. And I said that's a last resort, isn't it?
Yeah. And the menopause apparently for women does change body, all your hormones, things you're using, so you haven't got so many fat burning hormones or something, and you all start to change.
Well, when men lose their testosterone when they get older, that's when they get knobbly knees and pot belly.
Fingers crossed, Johnny, that never happens. Obviously, fingers crossed.
I love the patches.
But
I won't tell you where I'll stick them.
So, because with blokes it goes around your belly, doesn't it? And with women it goes around there.
Fat for you, see?
Yeah, and it goes around your hips. I think without being, I don't want to be sexist. I think it's more like you.
I get it. If it goes up, it's the stomach and the sides, like the love handles.
Yes.
That bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're never going to be like when we're 18. I mean, it's an impossibility. Just keep what's good for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, what do you weigh now?
I'm telling you.
Well, how tall are you?
Well, I've got the perfect weight for a 7-foot man. No, but look, put it this way. No, I started 2 days ago, right? I did my first run. Now, I've missed running because, I'm not one to...
You got a bad knee.
I'm not one to talk about it, Johnny. It's only because you brought it up. I've had my meniscus done, and it's 2 years now since I've had my meniscus done. And I thought, well, I'll give it a go on the weekend. And I ran for 5 kilometres. And apart from my legs aching like,
Yeah.
My knee seems to be holding up, Johnny. I know you'll be pleased to hear that. My knee
But
seems to
they reckon that walking is as good as running, you see, as long as you do it briskly and you're not putting so much weight on the knees. Then.
Yes.
I mean, I'm a tap dancer, as you know.
Of course.
So I've been doing that for years. So obviously I got a bit of a problem with the knees now and again. Mm-hmm. Now I've had to go have a couple of injections in them just to keep me going.
Yeah.
But I find walking's great. And
Yeah.
cycling, I cycle a lot as well, see.
Yeah.
Get yourself a bike.
Yeah, but do you know what? So I just walked now. I walked back from Swansea. That's why we were a little bit late recording this compared with normal. I had to go to town, see the bank, and then I thought I'll walk home. It's about 5 miles along the beach. It was gorgeous, Johnny. It was gorgeous.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. But I didn't get that moment where you sweat and suddenly the endorphins kicked in, which is what I got on the weekend. You know when you're running and it's like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it's like that, and then suddenly this glow happens. And it clears out all that nonsense in your brain and everything. And I've missed that for 2 years, Johnny. So no wonder I've been a miserable git.
Yeah, well, don't do your knees in again. That's all you need to do.
it's like one problem solving another. Alcohol?
Alcohol, I'm not a big drinker.
No,
I'm not a drinker. I can't say I am a drinker. I like a glass of wine with my food.
Mm-hmm.
And about 3 to 4 nights out of 7, I'll have a glass of red wine.
Yeah.
If I have more than 2, I'm on the floor because I can't drink much. I just get drunk. So that's not one of my vices.
You're a cheap date.
Yeah, I'm a cheap date. I don't smoke. No. I'm sounding like a blinking saint here. I don't smoke because I lived in a pub. The old man had a pub,
yeah.
And I and I hated the smell of smoke. Yeah. And I don't know about you. When we used to do the clubs and come home, boy, your clothes were stinking right through to your underwear.
Yeah.
And drinking, I like a glass of wine. That's it, or a glass of beer if I'm thirsty.
Yeah.
But I don't drink every day.
Yeah, I used to hate
a glass of wine last night.
Oh, there we are. Nice. So go on.
I had a glass of wine last night because it was my birthday.
Johnny. Oh, no, really? I mean, I don't know.
I was 18.
Oh, my God. Goodness me. Oh, congratulations. I'm so sorry. I missed it completely. Oh, it's all about me.
We got a call from
the Queen?
Pronounder on S4C.
Yeah.
And because it was Santa's Doing Wednesday, which is the Welsh St. Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And they said, would you and Alwyn come on this programme, please? Because you've been together 38 years. So he said, why not? I mean, we've been together longer than that. We were married for 38 years. Yeah. So we went down there and they found this clip of me and Alwyn singing on the Margaret Williams show. I must have been over 38.
Oh, wow.
So we went down and did that in Llethley. That was the day before my birthday.
That's wonderful. Oh, well, happy birthday. I'm so sorry to miss that. Alcohol, yeah, it can. You know, I used to record in Stoke-on-Trent, a place called Hanley, Stoke-on-Trent, and there was a great guitarist who used to come in, and he was skinny arms, skinny legs, and then if you looked at his body, it went like that. It went just like that. He had this massive belly, right? And
is he a drinker?
Snake bite, which is I think is lager and cider. And he managed to explain to me how he could drink, I think it was 18 or 20 pints a day.
Oh my God.
And how you can actually fit it into your schedule by going, you have like 8 at lunchtime and then you have 12 in the night and that's 20 pints.
We used to have blokes coming to my father's pub and drink 10 or 12 pints at a go. Yeah, they would. How they could drink it. I mean, they're back and forth to the toilet all night, but I mean, it's ridiculous. How can you do it?
Yeah. So watch your alcohol intake. Don't
watch your alcohol. Enjoy a glass of wine if you want one, a glass of beer, but don't overdo it.
Don't overdo it.
And a bit of exercise. And just be careful with the food, really.
Yeah. But I think from what you're saying, if you can, finish eating by 7 and then have a late breakfast, that sounds like it's a good sort of...
See, when I was a kid, don't know about you, when I was a kid, dinner was lunchtime. That was your dinner. And tea was tea time. And then you had a nice beans on toast or something like that. Yeah. And you perhaps had a glass of milk or something and a biscuit and go to bed. So you didn't eat late. Yeah. We become like the Continentals, eating late now. Oof. Well, and that's the killer. That's the killer.
Breakfast like kings, lunchtime like princes, tea time like paupers.
Is that what it is?
I think it is.
What's my grandfather used to say? After lunch, rest a while. After dinner, walk a mile. That's what he used to say.
And as all the girls in Mumble say, no carbs before marbs. All right, man. Well, you're looking fit as a fiddle. Happy birthday. 81 in case anybody didn't quite understand the Welsh. 81.
Still dancing. Oh, listen.
Yeah, what?
I think I'm going to be working with you on that thing, aren't I? In
Talking Pictures. Yeah, it's going to be
Aye.
great. It's going to be fantastic. Should we
Well,
do a whole
look forward to that.
episode of the podcast dedicated to that?
Right, we'll do that.
we're talking.
But you've done it before, but I haven't. But I want to know all about it.
An inside story. The inside story. Talking
Inside
Pictures.
story, see, that's right. And I think Carolyn Monroe's coming. I haven't seen her since I did 321 for Yorkshire TV, and she was the hostess.
Wow.
And she handed me my top hat to do my Frankie Vaughan. And, you know, she was a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
She was the Navy Rum girl, wasn't she?
She was. She still is.
That's big poster on the Navy Rum girl.
Still got it in my
And a
bedroom.
Bond girl. And a Bond girl.
She's probably still got a Johnny Tudor poster on her wall. We'll find out. We'll find out in Monmouth later on, the Savoy in Monmouth, the Talking Pictures. All right. Johnny Tudor, lovely, happy birthday. Sorry I missed it, but many happy returns. It's goodbye from the birthday boy.
And it's goodbye from you. And I'll see you next week.
See you soon. Bye.
And don't go too thin, I won't be able to see you. Ta-ra.